Hello, my name's Mike and welcome to another video from Mind to Travel. Today in this video I'm going to be bringing you lots of quick fire tips regarding sailing on Marella Voyager. Now of course some of these tips will be relevant to sailing with any Marella cruise, but the vast majority of these are going to be in relation to the Voyager only. If you've not already visited our channel, or if you have and you haven't subscribed yet, then please hit the subscribe button. It means such a lot to us. And also, if you could press like if you find the video helpful, and hit the bell notification if you want to be informed of any of our future videos. Now, of course, we have so many tips to give away for Voyager that it may well be that we will need to do this in two parts. So, of course, you wouldn't want to miss out on seeing part two if we have to do one. So the tips are not in any order. I'm just going to rattle them off. If you've any comments, then please put them below. If you want to know anything further on the tips we give, then just ask below and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, let's get started with these must-know tips. The pool deck bar. The pool deck bar gets really busy, especially during the day. If you go up one flight of stairs, you will find a bar called the Shack. It is much quieter, which means that you can often avoid the queues at the pool deck bar. The kitchens has a ice cream stand and cherries on top. The ice cream there is brilliant, lots of different flavors. If you don't want it in a cone, pick up a dish from the stand opposite and you can have as many scoops in that dish as you wish. And it's well worth it. For smokers out there, we noticed a smoking area at the back off the Squid and Anchor pub. So the Squid and Anchor might well be a good bar for you to frequent because the smoking area there was really nice. It's right at the very back of the ship and the seating area was nice. It was a really pleasant place to be. So good tip for smokers. Now, eating at the same table every night. We say that this is a really good thing. What we do is when we go on ship, we will go into the restaurants when it's quiet and they're not serving, and we will look for the table numbers that we like the look of. When we then go for a meal later, we will ask for that table, and we then tend to stick to that table, particularly as it gives us the opportunity to get to know the same waiting staff. They get to know what you like, and you get much better looked after. On your final day, you are likely to have to be out your room at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Now, if you have got your hand luggage and you don't want to have it with you on the ship all day, then go to the Squid and Anchor. They accept your hand luggage there and look after it for you up until 2:30 p.m. There is always a deal to be done at the Ocean Spa. Don't think the price you see is the price that you have to pay. Go and ask the question. They might say no, but we, just for one example, know of a person who went into the spa, said, I want to have a shower somewhere on my last day on the ship before I go home. They charged him £10 and he was able to go there and just have a shower. So if there's a specific thing that you want, go in and ask. And as I say, you will probably get a price that differs from what you've seen anywhere else. Vista, if you have been on other Marella cruises, I'm talking mainly about Discovery 2, Vista restaurant is upstairs. It threw us a little bit initially on Voyager because Vista is downstairs and it's only half of downstairs. Latitude 53 also has the other half downstairs and the whole of upstairs. The Electric Rooms. The Electric Rooms is the nightclub on Marella Voyager. If you're up for some late night partying, then it's open till 2 a.m. You don't need to book, just turn up and have a good time. Now, of course, one tip we would say is don't miss the silent disco. It's one of the funniest nights we had on our cruise and would definitely recommend it to everybody. You have to experience it at least once. If you want ironing or laundry on the ship, you will not find an iron or laundry room. The only way you can get it done is to obviously have it done by the ship, but of course there will be a charge. We took a handheld steamer and it worked brilliantly. We used to take the sprays, but the handheld portable steamer was brilliant and we would recommend that to anybody. Now, if you want a game of table tennis. There is a table tennis table, and it's on aft of deck 12 next to the basketball court. Be sure though to go to reception first to get your bats and ball, otherwise you won't be able to play. And just as a little tip aside, there is a little area next to the table tennis table which we thought made a great sunbathing area, and some people were using it. But if you're looking for a quiet spot, then definitely think about that tip. Golf. The golf on Marella Voyager is pointless. You will just get frustrated. Certain shots you can't even hit. So we played once, never played it again. Certainly wouldn't recommend it. If you do want to play, the putters and the balls are right near hole 1. Now be careful, because we missed holes 1 and 2 because they're tucked away from the rest of the course. But the putters are near hole 1. The kitchens. The kitchens has 8 different stations, all serving different food. Our tip would be walk around, familiarise, it's a hard word to say, familiarise, I still can't say it. Get familiar with where different things are, because if you're like us, we had one thing from one station, another thing from another station, and it's much easier if you walk around, know where everything is, then hit and get what you want. Nonnas and abuelas are right next to the kitchens, and at busy times, especially breakfast when nothing else is being served in there, if the kitchens is busy and you want somewhere quieter with nice views out to sea, go and have your breakfast in Nonnas or abuelas. It's right next door to kitchens if you need to pop back in for anything else. Let's go back to the pool. The 2 pools on deck 11 midship on Marella. Now be aware, neither of them are heated, and also they are both salt water. So don't jump in like I did with my mouth open and get a not very nice taste. Also be aware that the pools have different depths. The small pool is 4'3" to 4'11", but the other pool is quite deep straight off. At its shallowest, it's 5'11", going up to 6'3", and that is the one nearest the stage. So be aware, if you're not a confident swimmer, that you get in the right pool. Otherwise, you're going to have nowhere to stand or put your feet at the minute you jump in. Now, apart from the restaurants, if you are looking for table service at any of the bars, then the 2 best bars to go to are Flutes, where they have bring me bubbles buttons that you can press and a waiter will come along, and the other one is the Exchange, where they have telephones at all of the tables, and you just ring up the telephone and order and they will bring it to your table. There is a weekly barbecue on Marella Voyager held on deck 11 on the pool deck, and it looked absolutely superb. We didn't actually eat because we'd eaten earlier, and we just weren't hungry. But I wish we'd known about it, because we'd have timed ourselves better so that we could have enjoyed the barbecue. The food looked superb. Now, the other thing with the Ocean Spa, if you're thinking of getting a week package, then of course go your first night on board and book it so that you can take full advantage. It tends to come in 6-day packages. Also, they have a sun terrace. Now, if you are thinking about having a cabana for £99 for the day, now bear in mind that these do get busy. We thought nobody did them because of the price, but when we were on our last cruise, they were full. But instead of paying £99 a day for a cabana, why not take a look at the spa? They have a beautiful sun terrace that when we went there, no one was there. The beds are lovely, the area's lovely, and I think you can probably get that about £99 for the week. So definitely worth thinking about that. Go up, ask to have a look at it. They were very keen and able to show us around the whole of the spa to see what was on offer. For a late night snack, bit peckish, then from 10 p.m. till 12:30 a.m. the kitchens is the place to be. As my companions did, they took advantage that it was open and got themselves burger and chips, and there is a late night snack menu there, which I am showing now. In the kitchens, if you want to take some extra milk for your room, then it's a good idea. You get the little cartons in the room, but you only get a couple, and if you're like me, I like a lot of tea in the mornings, then they tend to disappear too quickly. Get your mug of milk from the restaurant in kitchens, put in your fridge, bam, you're covered. Yes, the cabin crew are very good at replenishing if you go and ask, but why do you need to when they're difficult to find sometimes, because they do work so hard. And the same goes with the little sachets of tea. You get far more choice up in the kitchen's restaurant. You get the different flavored teas. So definitely also pick up a few of the sachets of extra teas or coffees you might like and store those in your room. In your room, there is a definite lack of plugs. We had one socket and the other socket was taken up with something that you couldn't remove that had 2 USB ports in it. Definitely not enough for us, and I wouldn't imagine enough for most people. So consider taking an extension lead. A must take for us is a thermal water flask. Water is available by all of the lifts. It's ice cold and great for having overnight in your room. And also if you're going off the ship, it's great to be able to fill it up there before you go. If you try and get some bottled water as you leave the ship, then you will be charged for it. Also, if you're a premium on the premium drinks package, I fell foul of this last time. You cannot get a canned drink before 10 a.m. I went to the coffee port about 9 in the morning, and they told me that they don't serve cans until 10 a.m. So if you do like a soft drink in the morning and you have the premium package, get your can the day before, store it in your fridge. Now, if you're like us, we love to go up on top deck early morning and either watch the sunrise or watch our arrival into port. The kitchens is open from 6:30 a.m. in the morning for drinks, and you can get your coffee or tea there. And we used to go out onto the outdoor terrace off the summer house, which was a lovely place to sit and watch either the sunrise or arrival into the port. Now, with meals, the earlier you eat, the quieter it will be. We fortunately like to eat early, and so we enjoyed the fact that the restaurants were quite quiet at the times that we went. If you are premium, then the likelihood is we went premium drinks package, our first cruise, mainly for the cocktails. But we found that the cocktails were too overloaded with alcohol and were just too strong. So our experience was that we didn't need it. We didn't need premium this time. And so the cruise we've been on with Voyager, we found that by ordering the mocktails and then single shots of alcohol, we could control how much alcohol we were putting in our cocktail. And because of that, we had much nicer tasting cocktails. Cruise news. This is delivered to your cabin every evening for the next day. Always check it. I love it. I think it's so much easier to look at this than I do the Navigate app. And of course, it always gives you special offers for the following day in both the spa and the shop. So look out for that bargain. Also, power bank. Definitely consider taking a power bank so that your phone never drains and you miss that once in a lifetime opportunity for a photo or a video. Now, this, you can see the size of it roughly. It's light, it fits in my pocket. Means throughout the day I can put this on the phone and it just boosts the power up a little bit to keep me going. Now, the theatre. The Broadway Theatre, they have 2 shows every evening, one at 8:30 and one at 10:30. Now, I like a particular seat, and if you're like that, then the doors to the theatre open 30 minutes before the show starts. So get there 30 minutes early and you will always get that seat that you really like to sit in. The other thing is you don't need to carry a drink to the theatre. They have drinks available as you walk through the door. There's a table and there's a variety of drinks there. So it's pretty easy to pick one up and just take into the theatre with you. And of course, there are tables at all of the chairs. At the theatre, you might want to avoid the front row. You will definitely have a hindered view because of the microphones and lighting around the stage perimeter. I found that out to my cost when one of the best shows of the week, Busby, and I didn't have the best view. But anyway, you learn. The exchange. The Exchange is an adults only bar and is open to anybody on non-show nights. Bear in mind that the menu, their unique menu, is premium only, but you can order any other drink there. Now, the heist and the lock-in, I think, it's Marmite. You're going to love them or hate them. We're on the love them side. It's an immersive experience. It only costs £15.95, and you get 3 free cocktails with it. So I thought it was really good value to money, and at least to try. And we went the first one, loved it so much, we managed to get in the second one. So we would definitely recommend them. But other than that, when the show's not on, you can still go in there. It's a really nice bar, and great that it's adults only. Now, are you that energetic type that likes to go up for that early morning brisk walk or jog? Then if you do, the jogging walking track is on deck 12, and you need to do 12 laps to count 1 mile. Also, if you're on board and you want your internet, then instead of looking at Marella Wi-Fi, which can be very slow and drains very quickly, then certainly you need to consider an eSIM. eSIMs are becoming more commonly used. The only downside to them is that you may not get internet when you're far out at sea. Right, our final tip for part 1 is photographs. Now, as you go around the ship, you will have somebody from the photography section there that will offer to take your pictures. Now, I have to say the pictures are really good, but be aware, I was absolutely shocked for the price just to download 1 photo. What do you think? 5, 6, 7? No, 1 photograph costs £14. Now, our friends downloaded 1 photo, so the danger is if you go and look at them, you'll probably want one. But be aware, £14. I think personally that's a little bit expensive. Right, that brings to an end part 1. We're about halfway through the tips that we have to share with you. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to bring you part 2. I'll try and do it as soon as I can. But on Wednesday, I'm off to Spain. We're going back to Sitges, which is a place we absolutely love. Hopefully get some much needed sunshine, although it's raining there at the moment. But boy, do we need it after the weather we've had in the UK lately. And we're back 10 days, and then we're off to Budapest, a city that Dave and I absolutely love. But we are traveling with my mother-in-law. It is her 70th birthday, and we thought we would take her because I'm sure she is going to love it as much as we did. So we will be doing a travel vlog on both of these places, certainly Budapest. And I am so excited that I will get to introduce my lovely mother-in-law, Eileen, to you all. She is quite a character. So if you want to see part 2 or any of our future videos, then please hit the subscribe button. And obviously it helps us a great deal. Also, if you could hit the like and the bell. If you hit the bell button, that will give you notifications of the release of any videos that we do in the future, so you won't miss part 2 or the lovely mother-in-law. Big farewell, everybody. Stay safe out there, and happy cruising. So if you are going on a cruise, lucky you. We haven't got too long to wait though. We're off again in July, so something to really look forward to. Maybe some sunshine. Okay, bye. See you soon.